Yeah, it's not located on any map. It's located right here. Right here. Capital M, capital T, MensTown. There's trust and friendship between men. There's no deals going south. There's no lawyers there. Only real men. And a few good dogs.
Dog. Big 40. Episode 40. 40th, I guess not really anniversary. 40th episode.
Anniversary.
Yeah, 40th episode anniversary. We've been doing this for a year, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a year because I remember a year ago, and it was around this time, but we talked about Men's Mental Health Month a year ago on one of the episodes.
That was on my first episode that I was on.
Yeah. So it is June now. We kicked off summer. The summer episode is out for everybody listening right now. Go listen to that one. That was a really good one.
Yeah, y'all did great on that.
Yeah, Baker was a little bit MIA, but that's okay. He was a
I was
busy
in
boy.
Cleveland, Mississippi working. I mean, first off, there's 11,000 people there. Second off, I found out that there was Cleveland, Mississippi when I had to book a flight there. Third off, I'm rooting for that city for what I do in my line of work. Go ahead. Yeah, but I wasn't.
Fourth off, yeah, this doesn't get talked about a lot, and it's something that we as men need to talk about more, in my opinion, especially on this podcast. We are MensTown.
Yep.
Is mental health, men's mental health in general. We all struggle with it from time to time, so we just want to, say, if you're struggling, reach out to a friend, reach out to a neighbor, reach out to a family member, reach out to us.
Yeah.
I might not give the best advice, but I can definitely listen, and I know the same goes for the fellas. So,
Absolutely.
Anybody want to add to that?
I think it's part of the reason of why MensTown even continues and why it started. I think it's that mental health, in a way. I understand it was kind of that break from the world to go reset, guys being dudes, but like it's such a huge component, and it feels like within the people who go year in, year out, or every other year, something like that, you always have those people you can go and talk to in this group that we're kind of a part of. Not kind of, very much part of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just this week we...
Damn, did I just lose both of you boys?
Nope.
At the same time? Nope. There we go. We might be back. My internet took a little stutter there. Go ahead, Chase.
Well, I was just going to say, just this week, I know for our generation, it's kind of a big deal. John Brinkus, the guy that started Sports Science on ESPN, passed away. The statement his family issued that he lost his battle with depression. So that was one of my favorite times on Saturday, Sunday morning, watching those Sports Science hits on Sports Center. From watching those, you would assume he's a happy-go-lucky, always had a lot of energy, seemed like he always had a great vibe, but he was outspoken with his struggles with depression and wanting to take his own life, and unfortunately he lost that battle. So at the end of the day, you just gotta talk to somebody. If you're having feelings of doubt, of anxiety, just find somebody to talk to. The world was a better place with him in it. The world's a better place with you in it. Just stay kicking, stay fighting, and better days are coming.
Yeah. Well said, Chase. I mean, as men, sometimes we're scared to really speak up and express how we feel. And it shouldn't be like that,
Nope.
So I'm just gonna, and every time Men's Mental Health Month rolls around, we're gonna hit on it because this is something that's very important in the world. Baker, you wanted to add something else?
No, I mean we hit on Movember every year. I mean I've done it a handful of years. Every year I always make a donation. It's something that's important to me. It's within my birthday month as well, so it always is something I try to focus on and have that moment of thought, conscious thought to it. So Always speak.
Yeah. And I do apologize. I am eating. The boys kind of rushed me. So if you guys see me dip down and take a little nibble. Let's move on to some.
We didn't rush you at all, dude.
I get a call from Baker.
Don't blame
Bake's
that
like,
on us. That's not on us.
No. Hear me out. I get a call from Baker. Baker's like, all right, we got to get this over with. Come on.
Well, now, you said let's run this thing in 5 minutes. And so
I didn't say that.
That's kind of how you started.
No.
You said, I'm ready. And so
I'm ready. And then you guys are like,
but then you still
give me a bit. Chase, give me a bit. Bake, it's going to be about an hour. This was like 15 minutes ago. I'm like, I have time to eat dinner.
No, Bake said, give me an hour. He said, actually, I'll be ready in 3. What is ready in 3? It's ready in 5, or I'm ready right now. What's 3 minutes?
I had to take a whiz. I had to start my computer. That's about it. 3.
Well,
not quite 5.
Yeah,
more than 2.
It ain't big enough to be 5.
Less than 4. Anyways,
all of us.
Dude, for episode 40, the boys have been cooking. Okay, 40th episode, we have some big news, and Chase and I have been working on this for a little while. I know Baker's been playing a little part in it as well. Baker not so much because he doesn't do as much of it as we do, but we figured that this is a good time to announce on our 40th episode that Chase and I will be starting a gaming channel for MensTown Roundtable. We're not quite sure. Yeah. We're not quite sure what we're going to call it yet. Probably MensTown Roundtable Gaming or MTRT Gaming.
MTRT Gaming.
Yeah, I feel like MTRT Gaming is sounds a lot more crisp instead of saying the whole thing. But we are starting a gaming channel. We're going to be on Twitch. We're going to figure out how to do it to YouTube and TikTok and all that good stuff. We're going to be playing a plethora of just different games. Anything from survival games to Rainbow Six Siege, where we're hating our lives. You might hear a couple choice words coming from me and Chase, but it's all a part of the Siege process. Siege X is coming out, so we're hopefully going to be launched by then. I'm still working on the logo and how I can add some kind of like gaming aspect to it. But yeah, I mean, we're going to be starting a gaming channel, and I'm super pumped. I know Chase is pumped. Bake, I know you're pumped.
Dude, I'll pop in. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you want me on Sage. I would say I'm part of the disability buddies on Sage. If they could make a rank below Copper 5, they should, just for me.
Plastic.
I would say absolutely paper towel thin of an ability on Siege at this point in time in my life. But no, I'll pop in. If we're on Minecraft, brother, I'll be building the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited. Like I've said in the past, that's how this podcast started. Jay and I gaming on PUBG and Siege and just shooting the shit, talking, and just wanted to make it happen more frequently and have an excuse to get together every week. So yeah, kind of a natural addition to what we're doing. So excited to have everybody come out and hopefully watch us S some D and have a good time, shoot the shit, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good time to anybody that is a fan or a follower of MensTown Roundtable. It'll be a good chance to hopefully chat with them and yeah, see what games they're interested in, and maybe find something new for us to play.
Yeah, it's like I said, we do have huge things planned, and this is one of the big things that we wanted to launch. So we're gonna more than likely have a separate YouTube for it, I would say, Chase, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Just depending on how well everything goes, but yeah, we've been growing and everything's looking really good, and the boys have been working really hard. So shout out to you fellas. But now that we're on the topic of gaming, Chase came to me the other day and gave me $1 million idea. Okay. We all like to indulge in a little bit of alcohol. Maybe some like to indulge in the other stuff, the inhaling substance. But But Chase came to me and he's like, "Hey, I have this idea. I want to know people's and your guys' top 5 places to catch a vibe in video game world." Chase, you want to elaborate more on that?
Yeah. No matter what you do, if you like drinking a beer, drinking a Mai Tai, like smoking marijuana,
A little
um,
tweet.
like taking something that's prescribed to you by a doctor. If however you like to kick back and enjoy yourself on a Friday night, we just were kind of brainstorm where in different video game worlds would be the best place to catch a vibe. So yeah, talk to the boys, ask them come up with five places, specific places inside a video game world, or it can be the overall setting of an environment. But yeah, 5 places that if you could smoke a bowl, drink a beer, hang with the boys, and just catch a fat vibe, where would you want to do that at?
Yeah. Bake, you want to kick us off? I think I know what your number one's going to be, but
Ooh, that's interesting.
do you want me to kick it off?
I think we have one at least that's the same, but I'd be shocked if you knew my number, like my first.
I think your first one is Minecraft.
No, my first
Really?
one. Like, if we're doing this in reverse order, how?
No,
well-
let's start at your 5. Let's start at
Yeah,
start
start
at your
at your
5.
5.
If
Whoever
I
wants
had
to
to
go
start
first,
my
just go
5
for
the
it.
comical side of this, a Need for Speed game before you were able to get out of the vehicle and walk around.
Mm. Mm.
A little drinking and driving in there. So that was
Okay.
on the comical side of it as my number 5.
You have a
Okay.
certain maker model or a certain game in the Need for Speed franchise.
Undercover was the first Need for Speed I played, so I'm going to have to go that, and it was a Lotus Elise.
Ooh.
Not a whole lot of room in those Lotuses, but yeah, you can still catch a vibe in there.
You still crash it.
All right. Chase, you want to give your number 5 then?
Yeah, my number 5 is so throwing it back a little bit. In the late 2000s, 2009, there was a video game that came out, kind of changed my life, changed a lot of people's lives. Modern Warfare 2.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, probably never heard of it.
Who
Call of
made
Duty,
that game?
probably one of the largest entries in that franchise. Definitely one that kickstarted a lot of
yeah.
of the Call of Duty culture we know now. And that map is State.
Oh, yeah.
The catching a vibe in the lodge there.
Yep.
On the map is State. I think would be impeccable.
Wow. Okay. All right. For mine, and excuse me while I chew. All right. For mine, I've thought about this all day while I was working. Okay. So you can tell I work really hard. All right. Give me GTA 5, the Vinewood Hills Overlook at nighttime.
Okay.
No crimes being done. I'm just chilling. Maybe sitting on the hood of the car, whatever car I stole. Just catching a fat vibe. Boys, thoughts?
Not fair. I feel like there's so many places in GTA 5 where you can get that, and that's why it got an honorable mention in my mind. But no, absolutely valid.
All right. Let's go to number 4. What you got?
My number 4 is a newer game, but I think one of the fattest vibes you could catch is in Pal World.
Oh.
End of the day, Raid hasn't showed up in a minute. Call everyone off of that work. The slave labor's over. Just bull in there.
Okay.
I think that one would be nice vibe.
All right. Chase?
That's a good one, Bake. Especially if you've maximized the structure limit your base, you can build it out pretty well.
Build a really dope overlook off the side of one of the mountains.
Oh yeah. My number 4, keeping with the GTA theme that Jay had, on the top of Mount Chiliad.
Nice.
They have that little platform up there with the viewing ports to look over the whole. Yeah, ain't nothing like getting high while being high.
Wow. Okay. My number 4. Give me any SSX map. SSX tricky map.
Wow, good show.
Vibes were high, bro. Vibes were so high. One of my favorite games of all time.
Great soundtrack.
And the crowd. I just remember. Oh yeah, and the crowd just going nuts, like just soaking it all in, just taking that in. Vibey. Let's keep rolling. 3.
My number 3 is more of what it felt like in game when you got to that moment. Is once you got through like your intro to your first Dark Souls game, and
Jesus.
you get to that campfire, that vibe is unmatched.
This is about letting loose. This is about places that you can let loose at.
Oh no, that vibe where you're like, I've died 18 times in the opening section. This is going to be awful. But yeah, no, for me it's your first safe camp after you kind of get through that opening area.
Yeah, that's don't hit me up for that vibe out sesh.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
I'm gonna stay somewhere nice and safe. Maybe with some doors. Or out in the middle of nowhere. My next choice is the Mantis from Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor.
Wow.
The ship, Cal Kestis's ship. I've thought they got the design of it perfect. That little kind of like circle table area, right next to the kitchen, I think would be a great place to catch a vibe at. Just in the nothingness of space.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, that's a good pull. That's a good pull. Both great games. For me, my number 3. Oh man. See, this is a tough one, dude. I struggled with my 1 through 3. I think 3 has got to be Skyrim. Okay.
Anywhere specifically? There's
some pretty drag ass spots.
Well, no, it was like that first. I forget the name of it, but the first like castle that you go into. Do you remember the name of it, Chase?
Dragon in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach.
Yeah, Dragon's Reach. Yep. That
was I went back and forth. My next one's a Skyrim location as well. I went back and forth between that back area of the castle there. It like opens up into just a view of the plains, and then you can get a dragon that flies in there. So yeah, that'd be a vibey ass spot. So
that's your number 2.
No, that's I waffled back and forth between that spot there and my number 2, which is High Hrothgar, where you meet the Greybeards. Got the Northern Lights. Yeah, it's a little chilly, but I feel like the vibe's immaculate. You can drink a beer, take a shot, smoke a bowl, and then talk to a dragon that talks to you in English.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
All right. Bake, your number 2?
Shout out Parthenax.
My number 2 is right after you go through kind of the tutorial and you look out over the plains in Breath of the Wild.
Ooh.
Right towards the start, that first kind of you come out of the arch and then you start going right. But yeah, right when you look out there, that would be a vibey spot to just crack a 6-pack show. Watch sunset.
I like that. That's a good one. Number 2 for me, I'm going to throw this one out there because Lydia is going to be ecstatic. She recently got me into Stardew Valley.
Oh, I had a debate about it.
The secret woods in Stardew Valley.
Absolutely.
Super vibey. There's like soft like frog croaks.
Yeah, on Switch, right?
Switch. It's on Xbox. It's on PlayStation. It's on PC. It's on everything.
On PC, it's everywhere.
It's super vibey. The rustling leaves.
Yep.
You got that pixel piece, baby. So that's my number 2. Now, number 1. Everybody said number 2, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, and then I want to hear honorable mention, starting with Chase.
All right. Number 1. I mean, this has probably been a fantasy of mine since the earliest I can remember. One of my earliest video game, crushes, and just wanted to be in the world. Crash Bandicoot's house in Crash Bandicoot
That
2.
fits you so well.
Wow.
I'm going to make sure we get a picture put up here of exactly what I'm talking about for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. But ultimate vibey spot. I mean, whatever you want to do there, however you want to kick back, relax. I feel like everything goes there at Crash's house. So, the Bandicoot house from Crash 2. Yeah, want to make a real replica of it and live there one day.
Nice. Okay. Bake. I think ours are the same, dude.
I think they are, but they aren't exactly. They're the same game, but I think different vibes.
Okay. My number 1 is Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
I think that first sunrise, over my first little dirt hut, because I've been working all day and it's nighttime and I'm like, oh shit, I need somewhere to sleep. I think that first little sunrise with that, what's the, I don't know the soundtrack name, like C418 or whatever is playing in the background.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of knows generally what that soundtrack is in their Minecraft head.
Pure bliss.
Yep.
That's my number 1. Let's hear yours.
So mine is, I got very lucky and I found a glitch world seed, which is one of the newer ones, but it is the cherry blossom forest.
Ooh,
that
beautiful.
Has at the top of the mountain ring, and it looks out over a lake that filled in the mountain ring, and it's a glitch world seed, but it was the coolest place ever to play Minecraft World. And so that is my absolute number 1. And after beating the Ender Dragon was my time frame.
Beautiful. Yeah. Is Minecraft the best game ever made?
Wow. As a singular standalone, I mean, yes, they've updated and released, but I mean, it's the only one that doesn't have like a 2, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Minecraft, I don't think they could ever make a successor to it.
Bunch of CODs. I just don't know what else comes close to it.
Chase, what do you think?
I mean, for percentages of what they made it for how much money they made off of it.
Oh yeah,
by far.
Wow. Wow.
I mean,
okay. Honorable mentions. Go ahead, Big. Sorry.
Before we jump that, I saw something. I don't know if it's 100% correct, but I think Microsoft has already recouped all the money they spent to buy Minecraft. And I think this was a couple years ago. So I know by now they've probably done it. But when they bought it from the guy who made it, they recouped all their money in like a year and a half.
Wow.
Because all the skins and everything that they immediately dropped and got kids to pay for it. But that's besides the point. But yeah, greatest. Yeah, I think it has to be. The amount of hours you can spend on that game.
The only other game, and hear me out on this, that I think comes close to it is Fortnite.
Yeah, Fort's up there.
Fort's got to be. I mean, with every single microtransaction that they have and how many kids are playing it, that's a really tough debate.
I mean, if we're looking at it solely from the profitability, Minecraft is a better ROI, I assume. But if we're looking at it for replayability, those two are the top two, and I don't think it's close for anything behind it.
Wow. Wow. All right. Honorable mention, then we'll talk about finals talk, and then we'll wrap it up. Honorable mention, Bake, you want to start?
Yeah, mine is because it can't be pinned to a single location, which is why it did not make the list, but Spider-Man. Swinging around in that game,
Oh
It's
yeah,
not a single location, but just kind of vibing through. You've kind of beat the game. You're just
some
chilling.
lo-fi playing.
Yep, just swinging building to building. That gotta be vibey.
All right, I'm gonna go with the campfire site in Red Dead Redemption 2. Vibey.
Yep.
You know, you could go play a little game of poker, or you could go hunt, or vibes all around. You got good company there with you. So, Chase, let's hear yours, and then we'll move into NBA talk.
It'd have to be my Raft from Raft, the
Ooh.
game
Oh,
Raft.
yeah. Great
Um,
idea.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy Kyle and I have beat the game and continued to play it at different points. Our raft is insane. It's basically a mansion that floats in open nothingness. So, yeah, I'd love to catch a fat vibe there.
Yeah, Raft's one of those games it's vibey, but at times can be scary as shit, dude.
I think it's a great gaming channel game, especially because you
It
guys
is.
don't have to stream it. You guys can just clip everything up into 30 minutes, put episodes out. I think it'd be vibey.
Another one that I love, Chase, and I know you love it, is Grounded.
Oh, yeah.
They'll try getting me into that one. That one just, I played it for one evening with y'all. Didn't hit for me.
It hit for us, didn't it, Chase?
Y'all been on that thing.
It's, yeah, I mean, that's kind of surprising with how much you like Minecraft. It's definitely a
I think it was
similar
just timing.
vein
I only played it
of
one day.
time cycle and just slowly incrementing. You gotta get this axe to be able to get this
Mhm.
material, and then it's fun. Obviously the perspective and what they did with it. I mean, they could do a second one where you have to like survive being in a school or being in a gas station or something crazy that I would slap. So
I think one of the
hopefully
big reasons
they come out with the second one.
for me of why it missed a little bit is because Jay and I played for about an hour on a new world, and he had already learned everything, so he was trying to teach me really quick. And then you hopped online, and we hopped over to your guys' world. And so, like, I have none of the armor.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fight. I don't know what I'm up against. I'm running it. Like, spiders are popping up, and I'm like, I got a 1v1.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
you don't
that's
have
a
a
bad
1v1.
idea. You know, it's like
early game, you just run. You just run back to base.
But that's the thing. I didn't know any of this, so I'm just
terrifying, bro.
I'm just immediately swearing. So it's just like, it's one of those things where I think if I sat down and played the game and like learned it and understood it, it might be a different catch on. But I mean, I hopped into your guys' game that you've been playing for 2 weeks already. You know, it was, I was.
Yeah, we put some time into that game.
Prepared.
We did put some time into it. And I would gladly restart it again for content as well. Chase Baker, just saying. I 110% would. If that's what our viewers and followers wanted, I would do it.
There's so many other games we could play before we go back.
For sure.
But yes.
We got Subnautica 2.
For sure.
That we need to grind. Subnautica 2 is coming out this year.
Yep.
So, all right. NBA talk, and then we'll wrap it up. OKC versus Indy. Game 1 is what, tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, Thursday night. So it'll be game 2 by the time, or day of game 2 when the episode releases. So we'll have a good idea who's got a strong start. OKC, they've lost 13 games all year.
Yeah, I think it's 14.
Yeah, so it's like
it's 14.
After the game in the Western Conference Finals, they lost. I think it turned to 14.
Yeah.
It's so big of a difference,
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. I love what Indy's doing. I love how they play ball. But yeah, OKC's gonna be tough.
Love to see Indy win it. Feel like they'd be more fun to win it than OKC to win it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Shea, SGA. he's obviously super talented, but that's hard basketball to watch. The foul artist basketball is. I mean, there's a lane for it. It's obviously a winning brand of basketball, but gosh, that's a hard brand of basketball to watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me Thunder in 6. Believe it or not, I was on the Pacers bandwagon.
6?
Give me Thunder in 6. I think they've got the depth. I think they got the defense, and I think they got the youth. Now, granted, the Pacers are gritty, but if they figure out a way to lock down Halliburton, I think the Thunder just have too many weapons, and they have home court advantage the first 2 games.
Fuck the fans on the Thunder.
So, yeah, give me Thunder in 6. Give me y'all's take, and then we'll finish it up.
I think for me it's Thunder 5 or 6. It depends on if Indy can shock them early in the series. If they go down 2-0, I think Indy gets 1 at home, and then it kind of wraps up from there, and it ends in 5. If Indy can steal 1, I think we do get to 6. I think it is Thunder. But if we go Game 7, Indy wins it.
Okay.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking Thunder in 6 as well. Wouldn't surprise me if either team steals a game on the road. We're looking at a 2-2 going back to Oklahoma. But yeah, I just think with Oklahoma's their depth, their variety of scoring, I think it's going to be tough. Halliburton, obviously super talented, offensive maestro. They hid him a little bit in the next Knicks series on defense. I don't think you're going to have that option against the Thunder to hide him on defense as much as they were against the Knicks. So, going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to be tuned in watching. I know there's a lot of talk about not having a big market team, whether or not ratings are going to be good. But
I think when you have ratings,
when you have the 2 of the 3 best teams since the All-Star break in the finals, like that's what you want. You want good basketball.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully it goes 7. I would love for it to go 7. But I'm thinking it goes 6.
Nice. All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. This is MensTown Roundtable, episode 40, where it's always July. Like I said, we have big things planned. Gaming channel. Father's Day is next week, so we'll be doing a Father's Day episode. So be on the lookout for that. No, we're not having any special guests on Bake.
No, we can't.
But yeah, I mean, you guys just keep doing what you're doing. Clicking that like, comment, subscribe button. Bake says it best.
Comment, thank you for viewing, watching, listening, and subscribing. MensTown Roundtable episode 40. Jay's going to edge you out of here. We'll see you next week.
I'm gonna edge you boys out. Here we go.